Hello, this is Miss Terena, and today I'm going to read a Halloween story. It's called The Little Old Lady Who Was Not Afraid of Anything. Here's the cover, and you can see this is the little old lady. She's wearing a red dress, has a hat and a white apron, and behind her is a huge jack-o'-lantern. That's a pumpkin that's been carved, but it's as big as a house. It's gigantic. Wow, she doesn't look scared. Interesting. Let's read the story and find out what is happening. The Little Old Lady Who Was Not Afraid of Anything by Linda Williams and illustrated by Megan Lloyd. Once upon a time, there was a little old lady who was not afraid of anything. One windy afternoon, the little old lady left her cottage and went for a walk in the forest to collect herbs and spices, nuts and seeds. So here's a picture. This is the little old lady's cottage. It's a little house that has a red door and a brown roof, and it looks like it's made of logs. And here is the path in front of her house, and it's going out past her garden, and here she is with a basket in her hand following the path into the woods. She walked so long and so far that it started to get dark. There was only a sliver of moon shining through the night. The little old lady started to walk home. Here she is in her red dress, her apron holding her basket, and there she is. She is in the forest. It's dark, and when they say a sliver of a moon, that means the moon is very small. Like sometimes it's really big and bright, but when it gets really, really tiny, you can barely see it through the trees. It's so small. That means it's not giving much light. That is a dark, spooky forest. Suddenly, she stopped. Right in the middle of the path were two big shoes, and the shoes went clump, clump. There she is, stopped. Amazing. Her eyes are open wide, her mouth is open big. Two shoes, two brown shoes. No people in them, just some shoes. But they're moving, and they make the sound clump, clump, with stomping on the ground. Who is doing that? Oh, get out of my way, you two big shoes. I'm not afraid of you, said the little old lady. Ooh, she's brave. I would be scared. On she walked down the path, but behind her she could hear two shoes go clump, clump. Here's the picture. There's the little old lady. She's looking behind her, and there's the shoes following her. There's no one wearing those shoes. They're just going behind her. Clump, 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 clump. Interesting. She's not afraid. A little further on, the little old lady stumbled into a pair of pants, and the pants went wiggle, wiggle. There she is in her red dress. The pants are green. Green pants, there's nobody in them. Just pants hanging out in the air. And there's the shoes. They stopped, but they're still behind her. Get out of my way, you pair of pants. I'm not afraid of you, said the little old lady, and she walked on. But behind her, she could hear two shoes go clump, clump, and one pair of pants goes wiggle, wiggle. Farther still, the little old lady bumped into a shirt, and the shirt went shake, shake. Oh my goodness, look at this. There's the little old lady in her red dress. The green pants are behind her, and on the ground you can see the big brown shoes are following, and in front is a big white shirt just hanging in the air. Nobody's wearing it. It's just floating there. The little old lady doesn't look scared. She looks mad. She has her hand pushing that shirt out of her way. out of my way, you silly shirt, she says, whoosh, and pushes it out of the way. I'm not afraid of you, said the little old lady. And on she walked, a little bit faster. She's starting to get nervous. But behind her, she could hear 2 shoes go clomp, clomp. 1 pair of pants goes wiggle, wiggle. And 1 shirt goes shake, shake. A little ways on, the little old lady came upon 2 white gloves and a tall black hat. And the gloves went clap, clap. And the hat went nod, nod. What? Look at this. There she is. She stopped in the path. 2 white gloves that belong on your hand. There's no hand. They're just hanging out in the sky, in the air in front of the little old lady, wiggling their fingers. And it's hard to see, but behind there's this black hat, a tall black hat. It has one of those like really tall, big crowns, those big black hats. Interesting. What on earth? How are these clothes just hanging out in the woods with nobody wearing them, and yet they're moving? That's very strange. Get out of my way, you 2 white gloves and you tall black hat. I'm not afraid of you, she said, and on she walked, but a little bit faster. She's getting nervous. But behind her, she could hear. What did she hear? 2 shoes go clomp, clomp. 1 pair of pants goes wiggle, wiggle. 1 shirt goes shake, shake. 2 gloves go clap, clap. And 1 hat goes nod, nod. By now, the little old lady was walking at quite a fast pace. That means she's sped up. She is getting nervous. She was very near her cottage when she was startled by a very huge, very orange, very scary pumpkin head. Oh, like on the cover. And the head, where is it? Where is it? Oh my goodness. All right. So, there's a lot going on in this picture. Let me show you. Way back here, those are the shoes. That's the first thing she found. And they go clomp, clomp. And then we have the green pants, and they go wiggle, wiggle. And there's the white shirt. It goes shake, shake. And the white gloves go clap, clap. And then up in front, right behind the little old lady, is that black hat that's so hard to see. Nod, nod. And there's the little old lady in the red dress. She's moving very, very fast. But in front of her, in the tree, you can see tiny bit of a pumpkin head. Like the one on the cover. And the head went boo, boo. There's a good picture of the pumpkin head. Here's the pumpkin head. It's a jack-o'-lantern head. Somebody carved it, but it can talk, and it's hanging out in the dark forest. And it goes boo, boo. Will the little old lady be afraid of that? This time, the little old lady did not stop to talk. She's scared. She did not stop at all. She ran. But behind her, she could hear 2 shoes go clomp, clomp. 1 pair of pants goes wiggle, wiggle. 1 shirt goes shake, shake. 2 gloves go clap, clap. 1 hat goes nod, nod. And 1 scary pumpkin head goes boo, boo. Oh my goodness, this picture, yep, she is scared. Her mouth is open. She's holding her hat because now she's running and she doesn't want the hat to fall off her head. She still has her red dress on and her basket. She is running. She is scared. And there's all of these spooky clothes and a pumpkin head behind her, making all this terrible sound. Wait a minute. I thought this book was called The Little Old Lady Who Wasn't Afraid of Anything. Well, she's obviously afraid of these things. And I would be too. What's going to happen? Oh my goodness. The little old lady did not look back. She ran as fast as she could and didn't stop to catch her breath until she was safe inside her cottage with the door locked. Click! She sat in her chair by the fire and she rocked and rocked. She has a rocking chair. It's one of those chairs that you can roll forward and back, forward and back. That's called rocking. Rock and rock. She sat in her chair and she rocked, and when it was so quiet, and then suddenly she heard, knock, knock, on the door. Should she answer it? Well, she was not afraid of anything, so she went to the door and opened it. And what do you think she saw? Okay, well, first, before I show you what she saw, I'm going to show you this picture. Here's the little old lady in her rocking chair. It goes rock, 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 and there she is. She was sitting, but now she hears a... She jumps up from her chair, looks behind her. What's at the front door? I'm excited. But she's brave, so she opened the door. And of course, we know what she found, right? 2 shoes go clump, clump. 1 pair of pants goes wiggle, wiggle. 1 shirt goes shake, shake. 2 gloves go clap, clap. 1 hat goes nod, nod. And 1 scary pumpkin head goes boo, boo. I'm not afraid of you, said the little old lady bravely. What do you want? There she is, standing, open the door. There's the jack-o'-lantern head, the pumpkin head, and the white shirt, green pants, the shoes, the gloves, the hat, and she's just standing there. She put her hands on her hips. It's a really strong pose, hands on her hips, looking at them. I'm not afraid of you. What do you want anyway? And they said, we've come to scare you. You can't scare me, said the little old lady. Then, what's to become of us? The pumpkin head suddenly looked unhappy. Oh my goodness. They're supposed to be scary things, and the little old lady isn't scared. Well then, what are they going to do? Aw, they're sad. You mean you're not afraid of us? But we're supposed to be scary. But then the little old lady said, I have an idea. She whispered into the pumpkin's ear. The pumpkin had nodded, and its face seemed to brighten. The little old lady said goodnight, closed the door, and went to bed. There she is. She's leaning over, and she's whispering into the pumpkin where there would be an ear, and the pumpkin is listening like, oh, that's a good idea. They need to be scary. And they didn't scare the little old lady, so what did she think they should do? Let's see. The next morning, she woke up early. She went to her window and looked out into her garden. And what do you think she saw? 2 shoes go clomp, clomp. 1 pair of pants goes wiggle, wiggle. 1 shirt goes shake, shake. 2 gloves go clap, clap. 1 hat goes nod, nod. 1 scary pumpkin head go boo, boo. There she is. She's looking out the window. She has a brown nightgown and a little white hat on her head. She's pushing the white curtains so she can look out the window. So she sees those items, all those clothes and the pumpkin head. What are they doing? And they scare all the crows away. What a great idea. So here we have a picture. It looks like a scarecrow. There's the orange pumpkin head. The hat is on top of the pumpkin head. And then the white shirt and the green pants and the shoes on the ground. They put themselves together. Oh, there's even the gloves at the end of the shirt for hands. And they can scare away the crows, all the birds out of the garden. Because that's what a scarecrow is supposed to do. Scare the birds out of the garden. And so the birds don't eat all the vegetables. What a good idea. They can't scare the little old lady, but they can scare the birds if they work together. What an excellent idea. That ends. Oh, I love this story. How fun. The Little Old Lady Who Was Not Afraid of Anything by Linda Williams. On the cover, it makes the pumpkin look like it's as big as a house. I was confused, but not really as big as a house, is it? It was like a regular head size in the story. So I think that this picture is showing the pumpkin head up in the tree, and we're looking at it like we're close to the pumpkin head, and then you look down and you see way down below the little old lady. So that's why the pumpkin head looks so big, because it really wasn't that big. Happy Halloween! I hope you enjoy that story, and I will see you next time. Bye!